you want to talk about?
We talk about you, bro. Talk about your backstory, life, women, football, everything that came with it.
Well, why are you playing football if you're not trying to go to the NFL? Like, at the end of the day, you can't make no excuses. If you're good enough, they're going to find you. For sure, man. You got to pick up on the small cues.
Yeah.
Like 50 said, if it rattle like a snake, move like a snake, is it a snake or do you have to get bit?
Let's transition into some women. Because we already know Pretty Boy Pete is a dog.
Hey.
What's the longest relationship you've been in, bro?
Man.
So I feel like you only been in like 3 weeks relationship.
If she just, I'm going to pay it and we not going to see each other again, most likely. And a lot of times it's not how can you get there to the next level. It's who can get you there. What you want to talk about?
We talk about you, bro. Talk about your backstory, life, women, football, everything that came with it. Why did you stop playing hockey and decided to play American football?
Man, first of all, thanks for having me, and I appreciate everything you're doing, and you're really setting the standard on this. Nobody else doing this in Europe, and you're leading a good example on everything. And hockey, yeah, I used to play hockey. I played hockey for about 10 or some years, and I stopped playing in the States, but really I stopped playing like 2017. That was the time that I started transitioning into football back, and when I moved to the city, that's when kind of my life changed, and I wasn't too interested in sports anymore. I started hanging out with girls and had new friends and everything. So
when you say you moved back to the city, what you mean by move back to the city?
I mean, move into the city because I used to live kind of outside the city in like another part, and it's like a 10-minute drive away, but not no farmland or nothing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, then when I moved to the city with my mom when I was 13, and all of a sudden I had a lot more to do in the city, new friends, and yeah, life got busy.
Yeah. You're a superstar in football, but were you a superstar when you play hockey? I can't pull up your stats or nothing like that.
I mean, you can look up the stats. They're still online, but
hockey's where the money at. I wouldn't stop playing hockey, especially here in Finland.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop playing hockey.
True, but oh man, that's just a tricky story.
Nah, but one thing I say though about hockey players before we keep going is that all the hockey players who transition into playing our sport, football, American football, for other people, they like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they just transition to our sport so well. I don't know if it's because they used to having the pads on or the balance that you kind of got to have, but hockey players, like especially when I met the hockey players in Sweden and they transitioned to playing our sport.
Yeah, we got athletes over here, like we just in the wrong sport. We in a different sport. It don't mean that we not athletic.
Yeah.
That's why we keep training our whole life. Like they put us in the academies at like 10 years old, and we just start training in the morning, after school, after the workout. Like it was kind of crazy. That's why Finland's so good at hockey. It starts out so early. So whoever transition already gonna have a athletic background. And obviously, you get used to getting hit, taking hits, and giving out hits. So
yeah, but what brought the interest into you playing American football? Or who?
That's another story. Let me tell you. Odell Beckham.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The one hand catch?
Yeah. Yeah. So back when we ain't have, we just got into Instagram. Everybody remember Vine.
Yeah.
So on the Vine app, like, that was my first time ever seeing, like, NFL. Like, there's these memes about him catching an airplane and catching the Super Bowl trophy and all the memes and the highlights. So that's what really got my interest in football.
And you started late too. You started what, 17?
Yeah, I mean 17. When I was 17, I was still kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, playing hockey, doing other stuff, and playing football. But then, yeah, I mean 17 is when it got serious, because that's when Seppo Everai here in Vasa, he said, okay, it's time for you to take the next step. And I had only played 1917 7-on-7 football, which was way different. He said, yeah, it's time for you to step up and play with the men. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, that means Seppo saw something in you. I mean, you guys don't know who Seppo is. Seppo, he's the GM player. He played at Nebraska. He is the Hall of Fame for American football. You know, a guy from Finland going to America, playing football. But that must means that he saw something in you if he told you that you need to make this next step.
Yeah, and I'm forever grateful for that. He always said that it's gonna hurt us, the team, in the short run. That season, you can probably tell more about that. But then, as we got through the next season, then the next season, and I rose to the top, that's when it started paying off. So I'm forever grateful for that opportunity.
Yeah. Man, I'm thankful for Seppo, and I'm thankful for the influence that he had on a lot of people's lives here, but also the strong character that he got to make you sometimes feel like, man, I can't like him, but he only want the best for you, you know? But tell me this, though. What was the turning point to making you great, though? Because you haven't been, to be real, you haven't been playing football for a very long time. You know what I mean? Like, you got several years underneath you now, but that's not a very long time, and you have signed to play in the European League of Football, which is a big deal as a European player. And we're going to talk about that later, but what was the turning point?
Man, this is another story right here.
Break it down for us.
It was 2022, right? That's my 4th season ever playing 11-on-11 football. And I had signed with the Kuopio Steelers. So my 4th season, I was already kind of an import. We call them Finports.
Yeah.
So then I moved there with this one chick, right? Then things ain't end up working out. And then I still had the apartment, right? And then Akeem Allen, the Kuopio Steelers, the lineman from the States, played in Ohio, great dude. That's my boy. He had got into some lady trouble too.
Yeah.
The same exact week, like 2 days after. And then Lee Anthony Reasonable, the running back, called me, "Hey Pete, you got a spot open, right? You got a spot for Keem." I'm like, hell yeah, come through. Then we started being roommates, and then that's when just my game took off, cause he played for Miami, Ohio, D1 football, like all these Under Armour camps, everything. He been through everything that I never experienced in the States. So when me and him had those conversations, and he told me how to play football and have that mentality too. Cause you know me, like back when I was young, like I was scared to hit, or I didn't know how to hit, like full speed.
Yeah.
So he just told me the mindset was just going in with bad intentions, and that's where just my game took off. Like one game to the other, like I had first drive, boom, pick 6. I celebrate before I get the touchdown.
Yeah.
They call it back, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get another one. Boom. Next drive, caught another pick, running back down to the sideline. Everybody hyping. That's just kind of where everything took off.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that effect when one thing good happening, then the next thing, you know. For me, you know, I know this about you, but I had a turning point when I was in college. I remember it was my junior year, and you know, when I came to Liberty, I wanted to just play receiver, but then I ended up playing DB. And one guy named Nico, oh my goodness, can't think of his last name right now, but he played in the NFL. He's from Buffalo. But Nico, big guy, everybody knew he was. Long story short, I was at some, you know, party at Liberty, and he told me some good advice, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say what the advice was, but I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Ever since that moment, that conversation, it was just a turning point for me. And I ran full speed to every play on every play. If the guy was on the other side of the field and you think like naturally it's impossible to get there, I'm running full speed to there. Guys were cutting back and I was making hits. I was getting blessed with fumbles, picking them joints up and running them. And that was a turning point for me. And sometimes you need those conversations with other athletes who experience different things to change your mindset, you know. And that mindset change was big for me. But then I had another one happen to me during COVID year. I moved down to Florida just for a few months, and I was just training with these guys down there. I'm thinking, you know, Maryland, we got the best athletes. Them dudes down in Florida, they got a different skill set. And training with them on a daily basis, it was like one of the best things for me. But speaking about playing in America, at an early age, you know, you play high school football in America, and you seen the talent there, and you also see Americans every year come to Europe play football. What's the difference to you from playing football in America and football in Europe?
The competitiveness and just the day-to-day life, and football is really a way of life. Like, you got to practice every single day. Like, over here it's like maybe twice a week, then you have a walkthrough, then it's a game. No, you going from Monday to Friday, because I played in a prep league, so we played on Saturday, so we had Monday through Friday, then Saturday game, Sunday off, and then it's all over again. If you do that your whole life, like, you're going to be different.
All right, cool. So you played on 2 championship teams so far. You won one in Finland, and you won one in the GFL, in the German Football League.
Yeah.
Can you list a few dogs that you played with, you know, maybe from your championship team, or just in general, your experience in Europe as an import?
My dogs, I already know.
Give me 5. Give me 5 if you can.
5, that ain't enough.
All right, max 10. Give me 10.
I got Keem, I got Ant, I got you, Dawg.
Appreciate it.
DeAndre Burrell, 2019.
Hey,
he don't get talked enough about, bro. Like, I played with too many good players.
Wait. What did you play with him at?
BAFA.
He played. Oh,
yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the DB who's playing in Milano coming up.
Oh, no. DeAndre Burrell, QB.
DeAndre,
he was a receiver with the Packers, and Utah State broke all the records and everything. Man, Mike Lawson from Possum, Dawg, like, crazy. I can't, like, it ain't no list, it ain't none like that.
Yeah.
But that's just to name a few. Like, that's off the top of my head. My bad if I left someone out. Hey.
Nah, it get like that. You know, I put you on the spot with that.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I it's a lot of dogs here in Europe. I see European guys' dogs, American guys' dogs. But for me, I care about hardworking people who got like that next level Mamba mentality like Kobe. I mean, Kobe a little bit different, but is anyone that you know who has that Mamba mentality that's playing out here in Europe?
I mean, first that come to mind is you, without a doubt. Back in 2019, 2020, you played here 21?
I played 2020 and 2019 with you.
Yeah. So that time, just you took my game to a whole nother level. You was crazy with it. You just, hey, Pete, we got workout, we got to practice at 7 p.m., right? So we gonna go to the gym at 4. After that, we gonna go to the beach to run, and after that, we gonna go to practice. And that was every day. Yeah, and recovery too. You forced me to go to them damn ice baths back in Tropiclandia.
Definitely needed it.
Yeah, for sure.
But any other dogs, like you talked about, that got Mike. I don't know if he's a dog. We're not with the Kobe mentality, but you know, I like to take on trying to be similar to Kobe. But I want to know about some other guys in Europe who had that mentality.
Man, it's a lot of guys that I work with. It's always good to find somebody to work with, because you guys gonna end up pushing up, pushing each other forward. So me and Mike did a lot of work in Possum. Like, I'm telling you, like, say we had practice, it was the same thing. Like, we go straight off the bat, boom, little workout. He don't even like to warm up or at all. Like, he'll do a couple things with the ball, boom, boom, and we straight into a squat, heavy squat. He don't give a damn. Straight to the squat. After the squat, we doing, the whole full body workout. Then after that, we on to the sleds, pushing the sleds. After that, we got a treadmill where you gotta spin yourself, so it ain't no automatic. You go full speed for 5 seconds, back to the sleds. And then after that, we used to do technique. So that was like a 3.5 hour workout.
Yeah.
And we got practice at night. So just looking at you guys, that's the key to being successful. Just doing the extra stuff.
What's Mike's last name?
Lawson.
Mike Lawson, yeah. I would love to meet Mike, you know.
Yeah, he my guy.
I want to meet like all the guys who dedicated to the grind. Because the thing that I see, like some guys come out here for 1 year and they might get it in them, or they come out here and they see like, okay, it's not as hard as America, so they stop, you know. But my mentality is like, bro, if I come out here, I got no major responsibilities, you know, now that I got a kid out here. Besides that, like, you can be the best athlete that you can be. Like, you got access to the gym, you got access to meals, if you're blessed, you know, to get those. But it's like, bro, you have no excuse why you should not be the best player on the football field if you're an import. EU players go the same way. But one thing, I don't know if you noticed this, I know this off topic, but a lot of times people comes as an import player to like Finland, then they don't perform as well. They think like it's sweet over here.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that as well?
Oh, for sure. Like, we have some receivers that think it's all cute, and then we put another American corner on him, and he's like, oh, I guess I should have put in work, and he gets shut down. So it definitely, like, just being from America, if you take 6 months off, you take a year off, and you think you the same player that played in, I don't know, University of Miami, you come here, take a year off, you ain't gonna be the same player.
For sure. I mean, I agree to that. You can't just be slacking off and think that thing's gonna be sweet, because sometimes you don't need a wake up call. Like, you know, everybody expecting you to be like this guy, and if you just only do a little bit, it's like, bro, you already supposed to do this. We want to see you do more than what was even asked of you, you know?
Yeah.
But let's move on to the big things. Let's move on to the ELF, you know. I'm excited for you going to Prague, and that's, bro, today they announced y'all got some new uniform or new logo.
Yeah. I didn't even see that. I mean, of course I knew about it, but I didn't even see the post.
Now I got a little bit more faith, because now you played, you know, two teams with similar colors.
Yeah.
And you got a championship now. Y'all actually might do pretty good this year. But my question for you right now is, what is your role going to be while you're in Prague?
I mean, I'm not going to predetermine my role. I'm going to bring myself, and we're going to see what role I end up with. Mm-hmm. But for sure, I see myself as a leader on that team.
How about this then? Like, what do you expect of yourself while you're there? What's the game plan for you when you get there?
I got a lot of goals, a lot of ambitious goals. I'm not going to say it on camera I'm just going to do it. I don't even want to talk about it too much. Load the gun for other people to talk about. Nah.
All right. But does the coaching staff, matter of fact, how about this? Have you been in touch with some of the players that's already signed to go there? You have conversations? What's that looking like?
Yeah. First one, off the bat, James Brooks, D lineman, he reached out before I even signed. Like, we've been talking on a weekly basis. Like, he always reach out, hey P, how you doing? Excited to have you here. So the love has been huge, and Coach Dish too. And all the players over there, like, they seem nice.
Yeah, I don't know all the signing players that's there right now, but I know they signed a venture athlete. I'm excited about that. Now I feel like I gotta come visit you, because, you know, he a YouTuber, quarterback, and we all know who he is, and you there. Of course, I want to show love and support to you. But is there anybody there who signed on the team that you feel like, I'm gonna vibe with this guy?
I mean, I feel like all the guys, but one thing I'm real excited about is Wright, our cornerback from Alabama. Yeah. And just to learn from him. Daniel Wright, and his brother is Major Wright, real famous. I feel like they're like football royalty. Like, if you go to Bama, that's like, I can't even imagine Bama. Yeah. And he coming to play for us, like what? And his family has had one of the biggest plays in American football history, so it's just like kind of crazy to me. Yeah, I mean, you get blessed with the opportunity, especially like now, like GFL. You see a lot of maybe ex-NFL players or some guys that have been in the draft and things like that. But now we're seeing so much more like high quality or people with these big backgrounds from like Division I football. And now you got one of the best programs that we can say that's going to go down in the history for American football. White from Alabama. And you got this opportunity to get a chance to train with him, learn from him, like pick his brain, be annoying to him. Like, bro, come on. Yeah, bro, let's get trained. Let's get some work done. You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about that? It's gonna be great, and just like Keem, just like Mike, you, all these guys, like, that's how you get to the next level. That's how you get better. One thing is, you can always do work by yourself, but you're not always going to see the way that you should see it. You might do a drill this way, but you don't know why you should do it. You might hear this technique, but you don't know why you're actually doing it. When you have a guy who actually knows his stuff and he explains it to you, it'll take you to the next level. And a lot of times it's not how can you get there to the next level, it's who can get you there.
True. And I mean, that's just like biblical principles right there. Like, two is better than one, and iron sharpens iron. And ever since you came back from Potsdam, you always been talking about Mike. That's why I knew you was gonna mention some words about Mike. And when I seen you come back now, you even being a leader to some of the younger guys who want to play football somewhere else. Like, you kind of like paving the way for a lot of these guys from this small town of Finland that we in. And you like a coach now to these guys.
I mean, I don't see myself as a coach. What I've been playing.
You're definitely a leader. You're definitely a leader now.
Yeah.
8 to 5 years, you're a leader now.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you think. But yeah, I got my dog, Jonathan. He a young upcoming dog, and Kareem over there playing in France, doing his thing. Hopefully we see him in the ALF, definitely the GFL this season, after his French season. But that's just my dogs.
I hope he come back to Finland.
Yeah,
I need him here.
For you. Yeah, I feel you. But it's just dogs, like real recognize real.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Like, I ain't gonna waste time on nobody that don't want to do the work. But when I see somebody consistently coming to the workout every single day, like whatever, if I need a ride or something, like he'll pick me up, no problem. So I try to give him everything that I can.
Yeah, I like Jonathan. I think this year gonna be the stepping stone year for him. It's probably not gonna be the greatest stats in the world, but I think it's gonna be a stepping stone year for him where he's gonna feel like he improved. But imports, if you out here listening to this, 100%, I want to challenge you guys to invest into 1 to 2 player every team that you go to. Like, you see somebody who got some type of potential, by the end of the season, do your best to help that person become a better athlete. You know, that's my challenge, you know. And because by me doing that, it also helps me stay accountable to be a great player. As you said, you know, you need other eyes around you. And I hate training alone, but I can do it. But I hate training alone when it comes to like drill specific workouts, because it feels like I got nobody watching me, you know, to make me feel like I gotta be perfect. I want to take a quick moment to shout out BAFA, a new sports apparel brand in Finland that is for athletes and by athletes. Head over to Bafafitness.fi and support your new local sports apparel. What's your message to the world?
Prague Lions, we coming. We coming. Y'all might not believe in it, but just look at the pieces we put in. Look at how the team was before all the shit hit the fan last season and how close those games was. And then look at who he signed. And
damn,
just
bro,
tune in.
I forgot to ask you this.
Like running backs, receivers, DBs, D-line, linebacker, we got everything. Just like Dion said, we coming. Right. Y'all might not believe it, but in the ALF, you can go from worst to best real quick in one season. And that was like, when you look at it historically, Prague Lions is a winning organization. Like before the ELF, it's a winning established program. So just one season don't determine the whole future of the program. Like, there's only 11 players on the field at one time. And it don't matter if Germans got more local grown talent and whatever, but they got more teams. Prague is the only ELF team in Czech. So we got all the dogs.
Well, that sounds like something they use to recruit you. Yeah, we the only team, blah, blah, blah. We got all these dogs. We the most. They got you. That's how they recruited you.
Nah. It's the reason I took that choice is Coach Prime and Travis Hunter.
They finesse you, bro.
Nah.
Y'all not gonna
that's
be
how.
That's
like saying Coach Prime finesse Travis Hunter. You know, somebody gotta.
Coach Prime is different.
Okay, say
Coach Prime is way different.
I mean, yeah, the name is different. But we in Europe though. It ain't no like Deion Sanders is over here.
Look, if you had Nick Saban come over here to Prague line, I'm going with him too.
Yeah,
I'm going. So you had Coach Deion, you know, and he doing something great. And you seen the history what he done with that HBC. I think that's a little different.
True, but when you look at the opportunity for me, do I want to go to another successful team that had offered me and be at peace? Or do you want to make history in a new team and bring a team from the bottom to the top and be the talking topic of the whole season? If say Ryan Fire go undefeated again, Vienna Vikings go undefeated again, I play there, who gonna care? Nobody. But if the Prague Lions go undefeated, boom, boom, back to back. Say we win the first 3 games, boom, everybody, oh, Prague Lions back. Oh, who they got? Oh, Peter Lunchman, he had 4 picks in 3 games. Down.
That DB locking down.
You seen that hit? Boom. Like everybody's gonna start talking.
You know the DB, Maceo Beard?
Yeah. I know that. I know him.
How you feel matched up against him in comparison?
I mean, he play a different position. He play corner, but we coming for that record.
Yeah.
We coming for that record.
But going back to what you just said, though, I'm with you on the matter of I don't want to be on the very best team because it don't feel like it don't feel genuine in a football aspect. I feel like I want to contribute.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, of course, be on the worst team, but I'd rather be somewhere like upper middle, you know what I mean? Not the very best team, because you're on the very best team, it's like you guys are already there. You're not giving back. You're not helping out as much. I mean, of course, you got a role, and there's a lot of good people on the team. And it may sound selfish, like, oh, now you just want to be the superstar. Like, nah, I want to compete at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if I'm on the very best team, like all my players are probably the best players in the league too, and I'm not competing. Like, I get my best competition in practice. I want to compete in the game. I want to look against that other American or that top EU DB and say like, nah, bro, you can't cover me. You ain't putting in the work like me.
Exactly, and Prague plays in the best division or conference, what they call it, and in the ELF, and a lot of those NFL dogs that sign with the other teams, we gonna see what they're gonna look like, and I look forward for that matchup.
Let's go back a little bit to football. You went to high school to play football. You came back to Europe and decided to keep playing here right now in Europe. Like, do you have aspirations to play college football? I know the NFL, the NFL program, the CFL program is available. You know what I'm trying to say right now. Tell me the process for you, maybe college or next level.
Yeah, for sure. Well, why are you playing football if you're not trying to go to the NFL? And the best way to go to the NFL is through college football or the IPP program. So my college story, I got hit with the storm. Like, at the end of the day, you can't make no excuses. If you're good enough, they're going to find you. Nowadays, especially with social media and everything, and all these combines and everything. But what happened to me was I got hit with the COVID year. So I only played high school football my junior year. Mm-hmm. So I got cut off my whole senior year, no film, and that's when I took a huge jump from, like, 2019 to 2020 was a huge jump. Like, my whole body changed, gameplay changed. But then when college coaches, they was interested in me with my finished film, they were like, all right, let me see your high school tape. And I sent it to them. They kind of got not so interested anymore. And but a lot of coaches was calling me, and they was like, yeah, man, with this transfer portal and with this COVID year, like, what happened to me was there is 4 classes in college, right? There's the seniors, freshmen. So whenever the freshmen or the seniors actually get bumped out of college football, all those scholarships go to the new freshmen, right? Mm-hmm. But since COVID happened, they got an extra year. Mm-hmm. So the scholarships just went up again, and the new high school freshmen ain't have nothing unless you some type of super athlete.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? I forgot all about that. Because I ain't in that business anymore, but keep going.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me. Like, I had these college coaches, Robert Morris, Dartmouth, all these, like, Northeast schools that I was talking to, they were like, yeah, man, you a good ass player. Like, we can definitely develop you. Like, you only played 2 years. Like, your future is going to be crazy. But then they said, we just don't have a scholarship. And, like, financial aid with all those scholarships and financial aid with, national students was a little different. And plus, I didn't have any good high school highlights. So that kind of cut me short on that. But with this NIL deals and all these rule changes, I still got 3 years of eligibility. So maybe if the cars end up turning right, I might end up back playing in college still. But
yeah, you had an offer to go play somewhere, but you decided not to go.
It wasn't a good enough offer. I for sure knew I could play D1 football, and nowadays I for sure know I can play FCS football, and FBS is a couple years. Like, I ain't there yet. I'ma just be honest. Like, I ain't there yet, but it don't mean I can't get there.
Yeah, if you play in the ELF, do you lose another year eligibility, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be down wherever the rules go. COVID years, military years. And the crazy thing is, I did an extra year of military, or actually half a year of military. Stayed in the finished military because that gave me another year of eligibility. Went to the camps and everything, but they still said we just don't got the scholarships because they got so many classes in the system right now. That's why everybody's transferring, because they got this X amount of football players. It used to be 4 classes in, but now it's like the new freshmen, the extra seniors. So now there's like 6 classes in college football at the same time. That's why everybody got to transfer. Everybody's just picking players, but it is what it is. Like, I just got to get good enough to get noticed and to get a scholarship. Like, it ain't no ifs or buts to it. Like, if you ain't good enough, you ain't good enough.
For sure, you can't make no excuses. And I believe you got the mentality that you're not gonna make excuses. I already see the work you putting in. Sure. And you've been putting in work ever since you left us. And Vaza, bro, we hated you when you left. Nah, we ain't hate you at all. That was all love. But we proud of you. But I forget all about, the transfer, not the transfer portal. I forget all about that COVID happened. So all those people there, they stayed there again.
Yeah.
So that made it harder. Yeah. I'm thinking right now, it's so hard to get into college football right now as a high school athlete alone, because why would I take somebody, if I'm a coach, why would I take somebody from high school when I can just take somebody else who in the transfer portal, who already had college football experience, who had experience with a university where I can just call the coach and be like, how was this guy? Okay, cool. Versus I got to develop this high school kid, and I want, especially if I'm a coach and I'm like on the hot seat and I got to win this year, I wouldn't want to take a high school kid.
It's business.
Yeah.
It's cutthroat. Like, the standards got moved up. You gotta be you used to have to be this type of player to play D1 football. Now you gotta be here to actually get in out of high school. So I feel like I met the old criteria, but I just, after 2 years of playing football, I just couldn't get my level here. Although I feel like I'm getting there. But
thankfully, they have the NFL IPP and I don't know if they call it the CFL pathway. I'm going to just say that, CFL pathway. Yeah. You got the opportunity. If I'm a player who grew up in Europe, I would kind of be highlighting towards that. But at the same time, I would love to get college football experience. Yeah. Like, I ain't saying go there and not be on the bench when I say this. But, like, even if I didn't get to start or play as much as I would have, man, that college football experience is just different, man. Especially when you go to a good place and you got the right coaches. And already the relationships that you're going to make from your teammates, it's going to be an experience on its own. Then the treatment that you get. Then nowadays, the NIL deal that you can possibly get now. You know what I mean? We got paid a little bit when we was in college. That was legal, from the...
And some illegal stuff.
Nah, I ain't getting no illegal money.
No.
Nah. I mean, now that I can say it on camera, I probably got some free food bought for me. You know what I mean? But you're not allowed to get that. But NIL, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, you literally couldn't get food bought for you if they wasn't your family or your coach. You couldn't get a meal just paid for you by someone different. Technically, if someone saw that could be an NCAA violation. You know what I mean?
You can go to McDonald's and all of a sudden like, shit, coach, I forgot my wallet, and he paid for you, and all of a sudden you in a scandal.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good that they fixed it for sure.
For sure, but if you don't play college football, like, I mean, in fact, like, where's this waiting for you right now? Like, college football, or you just want to get to the highest level as quick as possible?
Yeah, for sure. And what I think is, I got two ways to look at it. Same result though.
Tell me.
I should have went to college, right? I feel like I belong there. So I played my freshman year when I moved out of Finland, right? Because I finished my military during the Kuopio Steelers season, right?
Yeah.
And after the military, that was my high school football done, right? So then I had my freshman year in Pasum, boom. Then I still got my sophomore season and my junior season to get to the pros. Cause I ain't been playing football for that long. Like
I ain't get to see it.
You know, like I started playing when I was 17. Keem was in college at 17.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's way different here. So I feel like everybody's schedule different. I'm not looking at all these NFL draft guys. Like one dude that went to my high school, Ray Davis, who's about to be picked in the NFL draft. Like he 2 years older than me right now, and he bounced around. He went from Temple to Vanderbilt, and from Vanderbilt to University of Kentucky. He tore his ACL. All this stuff happened to him, but now he finally get his light, and now he about to get drafted. So it's just a matter of time and just putting in work and not putting my dreams down, not listening to nobody, having a strong head, strong mind on that. So yeah, I still got 2 years.
And hopefully you do something, with that. But with the IPP, what is your take for this type of position, or the CFL,
You gotta run a 4.5. It's cutthroat. You gotta run a 4.5. You ain't making it. It don't matter. It don't matter how good you play.
At our skill positions.
Yeah,
for sure.
like they taking. You see who they take. Now they got the kickers. Yeah, they got the kickers in from like Ireland and England and all these soccer countries, because they trying to get the new kickers. Because who got someone had a soccer player as a kicker. I think it was the Cowboys. So now everybody's trying to duplicate that. But now, since we got Cooper DeJean about to go in the first round, white corner, so he about to run like a 4.5. So if I just run a 4.5, I can play football. Like, I can play football for sure. Like I got we used to call it the, how do you translate it? Pelisilma in Finnish, but eye for the game. Like you just see plays develop a little bit faster than other people. You see plays that other people don't see, and I know from hockey that I got that. All the old coaches, hockey coaches that I see in the town, they be like, good thing you stick with athletics and you making a career out of football, because you had that vision like that nobody else had.
How you say that word again?
Pelisilma.
Pelisilma.
Yeah, pelisilma. So that means game eye.
Pelisilma.
Yeah, you got it. It's just you guys call it vision.
That's what I feel like. When I'm on a football field, I feel like at the how do you say it? Pelisilma.
Yeah.
When I'm running around the field, and I always relate this to me being a good driver, and I say to my girlfriend, I'm in a car, and I can just bro, I'm a good driver because I play football the same way. I can see people, and you might not see them. I can just cut through lanes and things like this when I'm driving. Not that I'm reckless when I'm driving, but that's how I feel like on the field. They think I don't see them, but I just stop on the dime and just go the other way. Yeah. And I got this vision, when I'm driving, I'm looking at my rearview mirror. I'm looking, I'm looking at everything. So I got that persilema.
Yeah, like it was crazy. Like anyone who played hockey with me, even football, like I'm not the most athletic. I could not skate, cause funny story, like I used to be a lazy kid. Whenever we had to skate, do kind of conditioning on the ice, I just throw myself across the bar, be like, I hurt my knee. But that was when I was 10 years old.
Oh, you that guy.
Yeah, but then this started turning, and I switched it to what I am now, and I just taken off. Because if I did that when I was young, I would have for sure succeeded in hockey. Like that was the thing that kind of held me back in hockey, just being. But yeah, to the point that I just used to glide. Like everybody was going full speed everywhere. I just glide behind them and position myself perfectly and just score. Like I can just score in hockey. The thing with me, like, I just position myself perfectly and just be there. Like, it's like, it looks easy. Like, people say when I play football, they look at it like, that ain't even a hard play. Like, all you did was you just stood there and took a pick, or you just jogged there and took a pick. But other people miss those plays because they don't see the same thing that I see, and it's just a gift that I got. So, yeah.
But let's transition into some women, because we already know Pretty Boy Pete is a dog. I'm at you. What's the longest relationship you've been in, bro?
Man.
So I feel like you only been in like 3 weeks relationships.
I've been into it like it was like a year and a half, something like that. Yeah, that's about it.
Year and a half?
Yeah, year and a half. Yeah.
Do you believe in soulmates? And if you do, why or why not?
Man, that's a hard question. I feel like you can for sure click with someone, but I don't feel like anyone's destined to you. Like, I don't feel like there's a soulmate destined for you and you a perfect match to them. Like, you gotta make it work with whoever you got, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I think, when I've been listening to more people who married or older people, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to work. Because it's going to be some point where it's going to be a turning point where y'all have problems. And you got to learn how to work through the problems. Or if y'all don't have those discussions about, obviously, basic problems that you guys are going to have about, like, how you want to get married, have children, religion, all these different type of things, finance, lifestyle. I mean, there's probably more. But I believe that God puts, like, only a few people that you can have, like, a great bond with. You know what I mean? So if I could, like, I had a girlfriend, like, years ago, let's say girlfriend A. You know what I mean? Like, we had a bond. She could have been my soulmate. Few years later, person B could have been the same thing. But I feel like it ain't gonna be like a long list of people that I keep connected with. I feel like that's gonna make my heart toxic. Know how my heart goes sometimes.
Yeah,
but
we all know that.
Nah,
we all know that.
It's about you. Ain't gonna put my dirt out there. Nah, that's what you. All right, but this though, the show Love Is Blind.
Nah, I don't be on that stuff like that. You don't know Love Is Blind? Nah, I don't be on no Temptation Island, nothing. I know some dudes be watching that ain't me.
Dang, bro. Yeah, so I can't even I want to ask you if you think Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind.
All right, let me explain the concept first, then maybe you can understand it. So, say you're a girl right now.
I'm a girl?
Yeah, say you're a girl.
All right.
And you're interested in me, and you can't see me right now. Matter of fact, I ain't no. Let's get
there's a wall right here?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, there's a wall right here.
Why can't you be the girl?
I'm the girl.
I bet.
Beta. and you the man. And you interested in me. You get to know me based off like how I respond, the question you ask me, and things like that. Yeah. Then there's another girl coming in, going to talk to you. Then another girl, and you get to, based off conversation, you get to know if like, damn, I vibe with this person or not. And it's an experiment at the end of the day. So, given this little background, do you think that love can be blind? Yes or no?
I feel like as men's, the visual is real important. So I don't think we can do the blind thing. I don't think that's for me.
Yeah.
It
ain't for me either. Yeah. I tell you that. I gotta see shorty, but for sure, like the connection of the heart. You want to have a person that's beautiful inside. But for sure, you got to. As a man, you gotta see shorty. You know what I mean? We fall in love with. We fall in love with this, while women fall in love with
too.
They do.
It ain't no man or women type of thing. It's both.
For sure. I know some women, for sure, need that attraction a lot. But a lot of times you can make up for that with your physique, your money, and other things like that.
Yeah. I feel like it's easier for men to sort of say, like, compensate. Yeah. If you ugly, like, you just ugly, like, we can't have no makeup, but then you can work out, you can get ripped, like, you can get a cool hat if you got a fucked up hairline, like, you just wear the hat and everything. So I feel like looks might not be everything for the guys.
Yeah, I think if you stay fit, you Gucci. But
oh yeah.
So since we talking about this, describe your woman. Like, if you can paint a picture of your ideal woman, what's she looking like?
Man, I feel like we just gotta click like it just gotta click. Like we just gotta be on the same page. Like, of course she gonna be good looking, boom, but she gotta be good with the kids and she gotta be loyal. And I'm not talking about loyal in the sense that she not gonna mess around with other dudes. Like, that's a given, I feel like. But what loyalty really means too is that, say I do something fucked up in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna go ahead and tell everything to your homegirls. I feel you gonna vent, you gonna do that, but don't be bashing dudes. Like, if that's your man's, like, you can't be bashing him when he turn his back. That's loyal to me. And then say you get kids with them, right?
Yeah.
You get kids with this one shorty, right? Then something happens, y'all break up, and now she wanna be all like, yo, yeah, I'm taking the kids. Like, fuck you, like, you ain't never gonna see your kids again. And they feel like they entitled to that. And I feel like you
that sound like some American girl stuff right there.
Like, you gotta be loyal to that too. Like, when your feelings are gone, I want to see that loyalty still there. Like, a lot of females that I've been with, guys too. Like, yeah, this ain't gender specific, but like they're like, yeah, we broke up, so I'm not gonna be loyal to him anymore. Like, I can tell all they secrets to this person, to that person. Like, I don't know nothing. But I feel like that's just a bad characteristic. Like, you can't be together with a person like that. You can't trust them with no financial deals, because they going to turn your back immediately as soon as things get bad.
Yeah, I don't like disloyalty either, but I also, kind of how you said, I don't like betrayal, you know?
Yeah.
And it sounds like you describing a ride or die chick, you know what I mean? That's going to stick with you to whatever, because we're gonna make mistakes as men, and you know, I think women sometimes forget that, you know, we human, you know, and I'm gonna just leave that at that. But loyalty for sure is key, you know what I mean? I kind of want to know what your woman look like, you know, Pretty Boy Pete.
You gotta have the freckles.
Yeah,
see, this is the thing that nobody gets. I want a redhead, right, with blonde hair. I don't know if that goes over the top of your head, but just think about a redhead chick, right? Freckles, the cat, like the personality. Is this a personality having red hair?
Yeah.
And then blonde hair.
What's that red hair personality? What's that? Describe a red hair personality.
Crazy.
A little feisty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy, but I feel like it's just love. Like, nobody can love like a redhead. Like, it's just deep with them. That's what I feel like.
Nah, I vibe with redheads, you know. I had a little phase with redheads before.
But she gotta be blonde though.
She gotta be blonde?
Yeah.
Nah.
With redhead characteristics, like, that's, if I can find that.
What if you find like a black chick with redhead characteristics?
Oh yeah, no problem.
So it don't matter. So long as she got redhead characteristics, that's what you vibe with.
Yeah, I mean.
She had redhead attitude.
Yeah, like, when you actually think about it, like, you can be pale as snow. You can have a little flavor to you. Like, nothing matters as long as you beautiful. Like,
beautiful.
As long as you beautiful, like, you can. Beauty don't have race or hair color or nothing. If you just beautiful, that's cool with me. If I like what I see, I like what I see.
Yeah, but this probably goes over some type of people. This probably goes over the top of some people. Hey, you said she gotta be blonde though, you know. So you prefer a blonde chick?
Yeah, I mean, you said
blonde chick with freckles.
You said ideal woman, like that fantasy type thing.
Yeah.
So that's just, I ain't, you know, it don't gotta be that, but that's the perfect.
I bet. Let's move on to the next. I got something I want to ask you. One of my friends asked me this, so I had to ask this to you. She wanted to know, what is a woman's role in a relationship? So, in your relationship, what do you think a woman's role is in your relationship?
Be my best friend. To be honest. Just be my best friend, support me, and I'm gonna support you back and be your best friend. Like, at the end of the day, like, we gotta live with each other. So just having that bond between you, that's the most important thing. If you don't have that, it don't matter how beautiful, how handsome you are, it ain't never gonna work.
What are your thoughts on 50-50 relationship? Like, everything is 50-50. Is that something that you want to have in your relationship, or that's something you don't want to do, or you might want a little higher percentage, 60-40.
We both gotta carry our weight. It's 50-50, but my 50 is different than your 50. You know? So men gotta do. I mean, don't gotta do, but I feel like I ain't trying to.
Go ahead.
Clean. Like, I ain't trying to do laundry. One thing, I don't want to do laundry. That's just one thing. But hopefully I can be in the position where I can just hire someone to clean and cook and.
Why can't your shawty do that?
Cause she gonna be busy with me. Like, we gonna have a life together. Like, I'm not saying she gotta do it, but I would love if somebody cooked for me. Like, and the way to a man's heart is his stomach, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
that's what I would love.
Something else too, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Nah, scenario for you though.
Yeah.
Since you cool with the 50-50, but this can be the part where your 50 look different than hers.
Yeah.
Someone told me ask this as well. If y'all at a restaurant, who's paying for the first date?
On me. Easy. We're not gonna go out if I ain't paying.
So every time y'all go out, you paying?
If I'm in a position, I want to be, as a man, in a position that I can do that, and it's not gonna hurt my bank account at all.
All right, cool. Let's just go to like you just getting to know a girl. You think she can be something like this? Does it stir you if she doesn't at least reach for her wallet at all?
Yeah, she gotta do the little dance. I'm like, oh, you got it? Oh, all right, damn. Okay. I can. Yeah, okay.
What if she don't even reach for a wallet? She just.
If she just. I'm gonna pay it and we not gonna see each other again, most likely. You know, like, it's just gonna mess up the vibe. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not cheating, what would cause you to end a relationship?
Disloyalty. You talking, like, telling my secrets to somebody. Something, because a man needs to have a vulnerable person that they can be vulnerable to. And men gotta know the limit too. Like, you can't say everything. You gotta stay strong, whatever the case is. But if you tell somebody about some trauma, they can't say that forward. Like, yeah, I done had some bad experiences with that, and if I ever see that again, that's definitely a deal breaker.
For sure. Yeah, we already talked about this loyalty. And
yeah.
For sure, like, I mean, I kind of see, like, you know what I mean? I'm a possessive guy. Like, my shawty, she mine. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
I see her as mine. So, like, I don't want my shawty seeming too available to other people. You know what I mean? Other men, per se. You know what I mean? Or just people got access to you. You know what I mean? I ain't a fan of that. I would cut something off if I got an energy of like that, because I don't even want to waste my time, because I know how men think. You know what I mean? To me, that's disloyalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even that concept in its own.
For sure, man. You gotta pick up on the small cues.
Yeah.
Like 50 said, if it rattle like a snake, move like a snake, is it a snake or do you have to get bit?
Yeah, that's on the snake right there.
Yeah.
There's an expression from Fresh and Fit that said that men are only faithful as their options. Do you agree to that statement or do you disagree to that statement?
So you mean like if I get a better option, I'm gonna choose the better option?
Yeah, or if you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
If I say it like this, if you're in a relationship and you had a chance to cheat, would you do it? Or not you, but most men in general. If a man is in a relationship and he had the opportunity to cheat, is that guy gonna take it? Yes or no?
You gonna mess up a lot of things if you cheat. All I'm gonna say.
That's true, but is the man gonna take that opportunity, or is he not? If he knew he can get away with it.
Depend on the man.
Depend on the man.
I feel like it's not just men. It's women, it's men. Us people, we like to think that we got good morals, but all of us got the other side to us. Like, it ain't no hiding. Everybody knows it. So I feel like it ain't a man or woman thing, but some people, yeah, they take that opportunity.
I don't know if you see the good in everybody or you seen some dirt on both sides. I think that most women probably wouldn't unless he's like, the only way they would, I only see like scenarios like this, like, would you ever cheat? No, but if it's Chris Brown, oh, well, that's something different. He a celebrity. You know what I mean? I think women would say something like that.
Yeah.
But men, I said to my boy Jeremiah last time I did a podcast, and I pretty much said, like, if a man had the opportunity, if he knew he can get away with it, he definitely taking it. If he knew. But it does depend on the man, you know, depend on where they are in their life or age. But I think most men, or look, I said this like this to him. I said another scenario to him. If your girlfriend or wife gave you a hall pass, I'm not saying you in particular, Robert. If your girlfriend,
Robert, yeah.
If Robert had a hall pass from his girlfriend, is he taking that, or is he not taking that?
And he not.
And she said, "Look, I ain't gonna get mad.
Give you a pass?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get mad, baby. I don't got it in me this weekend. I'm tired. Do your thing, Robert."
Well, you know that's cap. You You damn sure know Robert gonna regret that if you do it. They gonna be in an argument half a year later.
Oh, so you saying it's bait too, huh?
And that's why you went with Rebecca. Like, damn, you a bad man. Like, I would never do that to you. But they do the exact same thing.
I was just testing you. My girlfriend said to do the test on you and you failed.
Exactly, like.
Baby, why would you give me that pass?
There ain't no passes. There ain't no passes.
Alright, dog, man, it was good rapping with you, bro. And we gonna do this more, 100%. I'm gonna be following your journey in the ELF. I'm gonna definitely get the game pass. So Zoom may know that I'm supporting y'all business. And good luck to you, bro. Anything you want to say to the world?
Prague Lions, we coming.
All right, bro. Good luck to you, dog. You know, much love.
Hell yeah.